Ted Jenkin, Oxygen Financial. You gave me $60 to take with me when I went to the Harrah's up in Cherokee, and I doubled your money. And this is how great of a guy Ted Jenkin is. He said, buy a round of drinks, which was fantastic because they don't give you free booze there.
No.
So how sweet is that guy right there? Thank you, sir.
Oh, no, it's my gift to you.
I appreciate that. And then he goes out to Vegas and quadruples his money.
Yeah, he killed it.
I just seem to have a knack for making money.
It's good.
You do.
That's why I rolled my stuff over to you, man. I took my old stuff from CBS and I rolled it over to Oxygen Financial. So
you got my Clear Channel money.
You've got all of our money in this room. So we've got faith in you, my friend.
It feels wonderfully powerful, you know.
Dude, I worry more about you getting home safe than my wife. I'm like, is Ted home safe? Is he all right?
It was just a coincidence that I gave you my life savings and you went to Vegas, right? It was just a coincidence, right?
I was actually there for an IRA conference, believe it or not.
I got you. No, I believe it.
No, that is weird that you hand him a big check and he goes to Vegas. That would bother me.
Oh, well, I gave it to Jennifer in the offices of Oxygen Financial, and she came over and picked it up, which was so sweet, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm terrified because this is all the money that I have. This is my retirement money.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it's a good chunk of change.
It's your money.
It's my money. I've been saving since I was 21 years old when I first got into the business. And I was just like, oh, please don't get in a car crash.
Please.
Oh, my God. And it's so sad because I'm like first thinking about my check and not Jennifer. I felt horrible.
No. That's the way I felt, too. You got to feel that way.
Just make it back to the office. Just make it back to the office. Just make it back to the office.
Do you always send a hottie out? Because I had a hottie come pick up my check, too. They're like, well, no, we'll pick it up.
It does make people feel better.
When somebody picks it up.
Yeah. I have to be careful what I post on my Facebook, you know, because that does happen. You know, sometimes people give me a check and then I post something up like my family goes out to dinner or we're on vacation somewhere, and then people just connect those dots and they say, I just gave Ted $100,000 and now he's on vacation. Of course, you know.
So what do you have for us this week? Something Valentine's Day related, correct?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, Valentine's Day, I've heard you talk about it today. I'm not recommending the Waffle House per se.
Why?
But
Oh, you're one of those Southside Steve guys. This weekend we're going to some fancy pants restaurant when I suggest Ruby Tuesday, just because it's so inexpensive and their food is delicious and they've got the best croutons in the world, but he wants to take me someplace that's like $30 for spinach.
You know, it's the club, though.
But I will be splitting a meal with my fiance. We're not buying two. It's way too pricey.
I'm actually looking for a table at the Chops Club in a corner, just so I'm not embarrassed.
You want the Sinatra table?
I would love the Sinatra table. I don't know if you can handle the Sinatra table. That's where all the ballers sit.
Yes, you can't sit there, Jason. Sorry.
Okay, well, all right. That seat seems to be taken.
Okay, fine.
Well, you know, you don't want to go overboard on Valentine's Day where you kill your budget. There's no reason to go into credit card debt, right, or to go to a fancy restaurant
Not for this
if you don't have to.
holiday.
I've got a couple of ideas to save money, though, and if you still want to do something nice, the first thing you're talking about is dinner.
Origami.
Yeah.
Paper mache.
That'll work.
Make
That'll
a card. All right, guys.
Well, look, you don't have to go out on Saturday night. In fact, it's, you know, President's Day on Monday and Valentine's falling on a Saturday. It might actually be cheaper for you to go out on a Sunday than it will be on a Saturday here. So, you know, if you can swallow not actually going out on Valentine's Day and doing it one day later, you've got a better chance to save money than that expensive Saturday night dinner.
I like a Sunday brunch.
A Sunday brunch is fantastic. In fact, we often go out for Sunday brunch as a family on Valentine's Day weekend, but that would be much less expensive than spending a big Saturday night dinner.
Well, what if she? What do you do for Valentine's Day then? Because you know the chicks are all into it. They're expecting something.
It's hang out and rent a movie.
But a lot of women, it's amateur hour. It's like New Year's Eve for a lot of people. You go out, you know, everybody's out, people that don't normally party. So you got people that can't handle their drink usually. Everything's terribly expensive. So, yeah, I think...
We don't celebrate New Year's Eve the day after.
No.
It's nothing like that.
No, well, what I'm saying is any holiday, I'm talking about going out, you just know it's going to be expensive. Like buy a dozen roses on Valentine's Day. You get nailed.
Well, if you're going to go out, one of the traps that people get into is that, let's say you do go to a fancy restaurant, right? And the wine list comes out. Often people feel worried that they're not going to buy an expensive wine on the list, right? You have to imagine at a good restaurant, there's no bad wine. You know, these good restaurants are not going to put a bad bottle of wine.
Yeah.
But people don't always want to buy the cheapest bottle of wine.
What's that?
I said, y'all got Boone's Farm here?
Yeah, that's what I'm screaming. Do you mind if I bring my own Mad Dog 2020?
Yeah, they'll have a problem with that.
So you just buy by the glass?
No, buy the glass, or even
house wine.
If a bottle's there for $30, people feel guilty and they go, I'm going to get one that's at least $60 so I don't look cheap. Or $80 so I don't look cheap, and there's going to be bottles that are $150 and ones that are $30. The $30 bottle of wines at the restaurants are still good bottle of wines.
But Ted Jenkin, here's the thing. That's what is considered to me amateur hour. If you've been with your chick for a long time, you don't have to show out in front of you. You've already won the game. She's not leaving if you buy a bottle of cheap wine.
That's it.
That's on a first date. And that's why when you just first start dating somebody, you don't take them out for Valentine's Day because you have to show out. That's the trick.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, this is why an alternative could be if you're going to go see a movie, well, they now have things like the Studio Time Grill and AMC where you could basically do a whole meal at the movie and it'll be a little bit cheaper than going out to an expensive dinner than the movies.
And might I add, Groupon or Sweet Jack. I don't know if Sweet Jack has it, right? That's
Go
what
ahead.
it's called?
Yeah, Sweet Jack.
But Groupon has, for $6, you can buy studio movie grill tickets versus $11. Save $5. So you'll save $10 on 2 tickets.
Yeah, and it's nice. You can have dinner, drinks, and watch a movie.
Yes, Brandon.
The Starlight Drive-In down Moreland, it's only $7.50 a person. You get 2 movies, and you're in the privacy of your car.
Free hot
Bam.
dog.
See, now that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Open up the cooler, pull out the bottle of wine.
What else you got for us frugal people?
Well, so flowers, that could be very expensive.
Pick 'em.
right? You know, especially if you go online or you're going to go to a local florist, and you certainly can. But going to the supermarket, you can generally get a better deal on flowers, and you could go on Valentine's Day. You don't have to you just go there that day, pick them up, and bring them home, and it may only cost you $10 to $20 versus spending a bouquet for $100.
$1 a rose at the Kroger,
Yep.
right around the corner from your house. Because I used to date a girl that lived over by where you live, and I stopped there and bought roses once.
I'll see your Kroger roses with a good price.
And raise me.
And I'll raise you a roadside stand where you can haggle with them.
A dozen for $10.
Yes.
You can haggle.
You talking about the guy at the intersection?
Yeah.
You can haggle on the interstate. If they have 2 dozen for $19.99 or $29.99, you can get it down and you can give them a sob story and you can shave a couple dollars off.
West Paces Ferry and Northside Drive. There's always somebody at that
That
intersection.
guy's been there for about 15 years.
Yeah, and you know what? That guy used to be off Old National Highway and Godby Road. It's the same dude. He's
Wow.
been doing this for over 45 years.
And you can even haggle with them with trade. So let's say you have a bottle of liquor at your house that you're never going to drink you got for Christmas. Take that with you and say, hey, look, I'm short on cash. I've got this nice bottle of scotch. I'll trade you for 2 dozen roses. No money out of pocket. You stick with me, kid. I'll save you some money. I'm opening up Oxygen Financial too. Mine's more on the low end of stuff, but
yeah, I can see that.
What else you got, Ted?
Well, you have to remember, chocolate prices are up this year, so be careful, especially the high-end chocolate. So, you know, that's not, well, I wouldn't spend my money on that this year. When you're thinking about where you're going to spend your money, people
chocolate,
go,
yeah.
they're going to be up 10 to 20% this year, prices. Production was less out of West Africa this year, so.
And on top of that, buying chocolates for your woman is a horrible idea, especially if they're over the age of 30, because it sticks on their sides. You're just saying, here, get fat.
Okay.
And that's not encouraging.
You want fatty, Mary whatever.
Yeah, don't buy them chocolates.
Now, you could try
Buy
a
'em salad mix.
BYOB restaurant. You know, if you're going to, again, go out that way, there could be one where you just bring your own bottle of wine or bring your own stuff. And that will be another way to cut costs if you're sort of living on a budget right now. That'd be another way to keep it down on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, all right.
These are good ideas.
You and I together. Whew. We save people a lot of money.
Do you
Yeah.
wanna,
I'm not cheap, am I?
Yeah,
No.
He is a little.
No,
Nothing
at
wrong
the
with
end of the
being
day, I guarantee that most people, if you ask them, what did you do 2 Valentine's Day ago, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they don't remember.
No.
So people spend $200, $300, $400 and they don't remember.
It's like saying, what color is the roof in an Outback steakhouse? Nobody knows.
Light white.
Nope.
Damn.
No.
Damn.
No. So it's just an analogy. Ted, how can people find you? They need to.
Well, we've got some great tips. Look, it's only a couple months till tax time. You may not have filed yet. There are still at least 5 ways you can save money on taxes for 2014. Find out how. Go to oxygenfinancial.net.